In this video, I'm gonna go over everything you need to know in order to get started with your Wedge RX, including sizing suggestions, installation, placement, and general tips and tricks. And of course, feel free to reference the time cards below to skip to the topic you're most interested in. Before we even get started, it's important to ask the question, do you even need a wedge in the first place? The fact is, not everyone needs to use wedges. In fact, for some people, wedges can actually make their printing problem worse. So if you find yourself asking this question, I would suggest watching this video to determine whether or not wedge use is for you. What is Wedge RX? Really quickly, let's discuss what sets Wedge RX apart from the other wedge solutions on the market. Unlike a lot of other wedge solutions, Wedge RX comes in right or left-handed configurations, and that is because it actually takes into account both fulcrum and filler aspects of wedge shape. Most other wedge options focus on fulcrum only. Fulcrum rotates the grip of the gun into the body, while filler tilts the top of the gun into the body. Wedge RX was designed to take all of the guesswork out of shaping your own personal wedge, which allows you to focus on accomplishing your comfort and concealment goals. It's also designed with medical grade materials that do not absorb or retain sweat, while the built-in grooves aid with airflow. You might have noticed that I have 3 different sizes here, and you might be asking yourself, what size do I need? The best way to determine what size wedge that you may need is to first start with the poke and check method. Start by placing your gun on your body and then assess how much filler you will need between the body and the holster in order to position the gun in an upright orientation or even into a slightly rearward tilted direction. Keep in mind that the amount of filler that you get out of each wedge can change slightly depending on how you place your wedge on the holster. Generally, the more tactical fluff that you have surrounding your abdomen, the larger the wedge you may need. Think about wedge size like your stretchy waistband pants. If you wear a small pair of sweatpants, chances are you will need either a small or maybe a medium wedge. If you wear a medium or large in sweatpants, then you'll probably use a medium wedge or possibly a large if your gun is also particularly large. If you wear an XL and beyond, then chances are you will benefit from a large wedge size. If you would like to get an even more exact idea for what wedge size you want to get started with, I would recommend starting with this video. Installing Wedge RX. Installing Wedge RX is very simple, but first you're going to want to gather a few supplies. An alcohol wipe or a slightly soaked rag and a hair dryer or heat gun. For the best adhesion, we want to start by making sure our holster is free of any dirt, dust, sweat, or oils. You can use a paper towel with a little bit of Dawn, or even an alcohol wipe would be perfect. Once your holster is dry from cleaning, we can start prepping the Velcro to go onto the holster by trimming it to fit. When you open your package, you'll find your wedge, a single piece of hook Velcro, and a single piece of loop Velcro. Let's start with the loop Velcro. That's going to be the softer of the two. Generally, we don't want the Velcro to attach around edges. That could lead to it getting snagged in the future. So you'll want to trim your Velcro so that it sticks on this flat surface of the holster only. This is where you'll want to grab your heat gun or hair dryer and use it to slightly warm the adhesive side of your Velcro. It's really important to slightly heat the Velcro before putting it on the holster because we never want to heat up our Kydex holster as that could cause it to deform. Now that it's warmed up, we can carefully place it onto the flat portion of the holster and smooth it down thoroughly. Now that we've attached the loop Velcro to the holster, all we have to do is trim our hook Velcro. That's the scratchy one. Simply trim the scratchy Velcro so that it is slightly smaller than your wedge. If the scratchy Velcro side sticks out beyond the parameters of the wedge, it will likely catch your clothing and or irritate your skin. With that trimmed, you can go ahead and attach it to your wedge. And you're all done. It's that easy. While I have you here, come a little bit closer. I know you're looking at your scissors and thinking, I wonder if I could cut this wedge and make it a slightly different shape. Don't do it. If you cut into this medical grade material, you will be exposing the porous material of the wedge and you'll lose some of the skin comfort benefits. Finally, I know you want to play with your new toy, but I would highly encourage you to just hold off for a little bit and give it a few hours to adhere before you start pulling on it and attaching it and removing it as you make adjustments to your wedge. How to use Wedge RX. Since Wedge RX already has built-in fulcrum and filler, your placement options mostly depend on whether or not you're right or left-handed. Simply put, if you are right-handed and you have a right-handed wedge, you can simply place your wedge with the tallest portion of the wedge, which is the filler, on the lowest portion of the holster, and you can place the longer section here, the fulcrum, on the side that's closest to the side channel of your holster. Again, that's if you're a right-handed user with a right-handed wedge. This same orientation is true for left-handed users using left-handed wedges. Again, you're gonna place the filler section of the wedge on the lowest end of the holster and the longer fulcrum side of the wedge along the side channel. Keep in mind that you can also change how tall the wedge is by simply moving it further down on the holster like so. When the wedge hangs off the edge of the holster, the wedge will function as if it were smaller. When the wedge is placed flush with the bottom of the holster like so, the wedge will function as if it were taller. So if you find that your wedge is too much wedge, before exchanging it for a smaller size, make sure that you try moving it further down on the holster first. Note that there is such thing as placing your wedge too high on the holster. If the wedge is too high, then it'll push the entire gun further away from the body, often creating a shelf-like printing problem. If you find that as you play around with wedge use, that the entire gun starts printing worse than before, then it probably means that you need to shift the entire wedge further down on the holster. When in doubt, err on the side of placing your wedge nice and low on the holster near the muzzle. Now, a question you might ask yourself is, can left-handed shooters use right-handed wedges and vice versa? The answer to this is actually yes, but it will change how the wedge is oriented on the holster. So for example, here I have a righty wedge with a righty holster. When combining these two, I want the wedge oriented in the upright position like so. So instead of the wedge sitting upright like this, if you're mixing handed wedges, meaning a righty using a lefty wedge or a lefty using a righty wedge, then your wedge will be oriented horizontally. This can actually be an awesome solution for users who find that they need more filler. So for example, if you find that the entire top half of the gun is printing, creating somewhat of a shelf-like printing problem, then you might benefit from using a wrong-handed wedge and orienting it horizontally like so. Keep in mind though, if you're using a wrong-handed wedge, it must be horizontal, not vertical. If you place the wrong-handed wedge vertically, you'll cause the grip of your gun to tilt out away from your body, thus making your printing problems worse, and probably causing some discomfort. Just like with any other prescription, use as directed by your concealment provider. Thanks for watching this entire tutorial. We have a whole host of concealment resources, from our library of content to our deep carry series, and even an AI concealment bot, which, mind you, he's actually pretty decent. If you have a comfort or concealment problem, we probably have a detailed resource available for you. And if you found this video helpful, but you still have more questions about wedges, I would suggest watching our wedge masterclass video linked up here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.